The moon shows its full face to Earth once a month. Well, sort of. In fact, the same side of the moon always faces the planet, but part of it is in shadow. And, in reality, most of the time the full moon is never perfectly full. Only when the moon, Earth, and the sun are perfectly aligned is the moon 100% full, and that alignment produces a lunar eclipse. And sometimes, once in a blue moon, the moon is full twice in a month or 4 times in a season, depending on which definition you prefer. The moon 10 surprising facts. The next full moon will be the Beaver moon, and will peak this Saturday, November 4th. To casual observers, the moon will still appear full the day prior and after the peak. You can learn more in our November full moon guide. Coming up on October 28th is International Observe the Moon Night 2017, a chance for all lunar fans to enjoy the moon and other night sky delights. Here's our full International Observe the Moon Night guide. Watch full moon. Why does it happen? How does it affect us? Many cultures have given distinct names to each recurring full moon. The names were applied to the entire month in which each occurred. The Farmer's Almanac lists several names that are commonly used in the United States. The almanac explains that there were some variations in the moon names, but in general, the same ones were used among the Algonquin tribes from New England on west to Lake Superior. European settlers followed their own customs and created some of their own names. This is when full moons will occur in 2017, according to NASA. Date name U.S. East UTC January 12th Wolf Moon 634 a.m. 11:34 February 10th Snow Moon 7:33 p.m. 0033-211 March 12th Worm Moon 10:54 a.m. 15:54 April 11th Pink Moon 208 a.m. 0708 May 10th Flower Moon 5:43 p.m. 2243 June 9th Strawberry Moon 910 a.m. 1410 July 9th Buck Moon 1207 a.m. 0507 August 7th Sturgeon Moon 211 p.m. 1911 September 6th Corn Moon 303 a.m. 0803 October 5th Harvest Moon 240 p.m. 1940 November 4th Beaver Moon 1223 a.m. 0523 December 3rd Cold Moon 1047 a.m. 1547 Other Native American people had different names. In the book This Day in North American Indian History, Da Capo Press, 2002, author Phil Constantine lists more than 50 native peoples and their names for full moons. He also lists them on his website, AmericanIndian.net. Amateur astronomer Keith Cooley has a brief list of the moon names of other cultures, including Chinese and Celtic, on his website. For example, Chinese moon names: month name January holiday moon, July hungry ghost moon, February budding moon, August harvest moon, March sleepy moon, September chrysanthemum moon, April peony moon, October kindly moon, May dragon moon, November white moon, June lotus moon, December bitter moon. Full moon names often correspond to seasonal markers, so a harvest moon occurs at the end of the growing season, in September or October, and the cold moon occurs in frosty December. At least, that's how it works in the Northern Hemisphere. In the Southern Hemisphere, where the seasons are switched, the harvest moon occurs in March and the cold moon is in June. According to earthsky.org, these are common names for full moons south of the equator. January hay moon, buck moon, thunder moon, mead moon, February midsummer grain moon, sturgeon moon, red moon, wyrt moon, corn moon, dog moon, barley moon, March harvest moon, corn moon, April harvest moon, hunter's moon, blood moon, May hunter's moon, beaver moon, frost moon, June oak moon, cold moon, long nights moon, July wolf moon, old moon, ice moon, August snow moon, storm moon, hunger moon, wolf moon, September worm moon, lenten moon, crow moon, sugar moon, chaste moon, sap moon, October egg moon, fish moon, seed moon, pink moon, waking moon, November corn moon, milk moon, flower moon, hare moon, December strawberry moon, honey moon, rose moon. Here's how a full moon works. The moon is a sphere that travels once around Earth every 27.3 days. It also takes about 27 days for the moon to rotate on its axis. So, the moon always shows us the same face. There is no single dark side of the moon. As the moon revolves around Earth, it is illuminated from varying angles by the sun. What we see when we look at the moon is reflected sunlight. On average, the moon rises about 50 minutes later each day, which means sometimes it rises during daylight and other times during nighttime hours. Here's how the moon's phases go at new moon. The moon is between Earth and the sun, so that the side of the moon facing toward us receives no direct sunlight, and is lit only by dim sunlight reflected from Earth. A few days later, as the moon moves around Earth, the side we can see gradually becomes more illuminated by direct sunlight. This thin sliver is called the waxing crescent. A week after new moon, the moon is 90 degrees away from the sun in the sky and is half illuminated from our point of view, what we call first quarter, because it is about a quarter of the way around Earth. A few days later, the area of illumination continues to increase. More than half of the moon's face appears to be getting sunlight. This phase is called a waxing gibbous moon. When the moon has moved 180 degrees from its new moon position, the sun, Earth, and the moon form a line. The moon's disk is as close as it can be to being fully illuminated by the sun, so this is called full moon. Next, the moon moves until more than half of its face appears to be getting sunlight, but the amount is decreasing. This is the waning gibbous phase. Days later, the moon has moved another quarter of the way around Earth, to the third quarter position. The sun's light is now shining on the other half of the visible face of the moon. Next, the moon moves into the waning crescent phase as less than half of its face appears to be getting sunlight, and the amount is decreasing. Finally, the moon moves back to its new moon starting position. Because the moon's orbit is not exactly in the same plane as Earth's orbit around the sun, they rarely are perfectly aligned. Usually the moon passes above or below the sun from our vantage point, but occasionally it passes right in front of the sun, and we get an eclipse of the sun. Each full moon is calculated to occur at an exact moment, which may or may not be near the time the moon rises where you are. So when a full moon rises, it's typically doing so some hours before or after the actual time when it's technically full, but a casual skywatcher won't notice the difference. In fact, the moon will often look roughly the same on 2 consecutive nights surrounding the full moon.